Hello everyone, Julie the Oracle here. A couple of things I want to say. If you are wanting a quick reading, like a more personal reading, I am on Purple Ocean if you want to find me over there under my name, my username. I use Julie the Oracle on YouTube as well, so you can find other videos there, sometimes longer videos. If it's longer than 10 minutes, you'll probably find it on my YouTube. But I just wanted to thank you for the likes and follows. I appreciate it. Judging from some of the lives I've done, I've had a lot of similar questions pop up. So I decided this week, I'm going to post questions that I've been asked. And that way, those of you, the majority that need to know, I think that there will be a message in here somewhere for you. If the whole thing is not for you, maybe partial message is. Even if there's one thing that makes sense to you, take it. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't make sense to you, okay? With that said, I've pulled 3 cards from my tarot deck, and then I used another tarot deck to pull 1 Oracle Clarifier. So that'll explain. So the general question for me was, for those of you wanting to know, are you going to reconcile with your ex-partner, whoever it is that you're with, whether you're separated, broke up, whatever it is, are you going to reconcile? So the first thing that I got was Ace of Swords. So obviously you or them or both of you are thinking about it. The Ace of Swords is usually that aha moment kind of feeling. Thoughts and communication. So the first step is, are you even communicating with this person? Because, you know, no response is a response. Keep that in mind, because if you had a bad breakup, however it went, and this person wants nothing to do with you, no communication, I mean, there's your answer, right? But if this was sort of something where you felt like you needed to go separate ways, but you still love each other, you know, and I would hope that this is where you are, because I know how much that love can linger once a relationship ends, you know, especially if it's one-sided, where one person needs to move on and the other doesn't want to. I get that. Some of you may need to just move on. However, this Ace of Swords, like, tells me it's definitely on your mind. You're obsessing about it. You or they may be obsessing about it. I know sometimes you ask, like, if they want to get back together, even if you don't. It always comes down to personal choice, you know, free will. So, definitely a lot of thoughts going here. Someone's obsessing about it big time with the Ace of Swords. You're thinking about it a lot. And then I have the 2 of Swords. Lots of swords here, guys. So this is on your mind. You're wanting to communicate about it. You want to talk about it. I love how these are floating, the birds. So this is definitely... The 2 swords make me think for some of you, not everybody here, but there's a lot of you. And with the energy flowing, I'm going to say, like, there is going to be a fraction of you who have a mutual connection, that you and your person are close. Maybe you're still friends. Maybe you still communicate. You're still thinking about each other in this beautiful way. And I do believe that the 2 of Swords is kind of like, okay, you see how the swords are crossing? Right now, that's kind of like a, you know, you're not communicating, but both of you are thinking about it. So if you're wanting to know, in this case, those of you who feel this way, or you know the other person maybe reached out, you may be attempting to communicate if you haven't already. But you need to talk about it. You need to talk about your issues. The communication is the key. You can't just get back together with someone, because you're just going to have the same problems again. And this is where I bring in the 3rd card, the Tower. It's the Tower for a reason. Oh no! I call it the remodeling card. And I call it that because usually when someone gets the Tower card, their life is falling apart. A certain area of it, things blow up. And the lightning is striking it, it's exploding it. The lightning strike can sometimes itself have a meaning of, oh, you have this, you suddenly a thought, a realization. And so maybe the lightning striking could be a realization that you or them, you know, you love each other. You might be like, oh my gosh, what have we done? You know, we separated or we broke up. So for some of you, I do believe that a reconciliation is possible. Not all of you, but I'm going to say for those of you, if it resonates where, you know, you're like, oh, you know, we separated, it was very mutual, it was very amicable, you know, no problems. Maybe you just felt like it wasn't meant to be at the time for whatever reason. And now you're thinking, oh my gosh, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Now you want them back. Got it. So keep an eye on that. And then I love how it's striking the clock tower here with the clock coming off. It's like, now is the time. Now is the time. If you want the answers that you seek, those of you are going to have to reach out. If you need to give it space and time for them to reach out, then do so. But otherwise, there's nothing wrong with you, you know, text, call, something, you know. write them an old-fashioned letter. Sometimes people receive that in the mail, and sitting down to read something really gives people time to absorb what you have to say, but it also gives them time to respond if they so choose to. So sometimes they'll reach out. But however you choose to communicate, I would say go ahead and reach out. But if you don't get a response and nothing comes of it, then it's time to let go and move on, because that person obviously doesn't want to. You know, that old saying, if they wanted to, they will. That's going to apply here. So with that in mind, I tried to pull like an advice guidance card with this one, and you have the 3 of trees as your oracle. Let me see if I can get, there we go. Look at this. Looks like there's a storm on the horizon. So for one, the storm on the horizon tells me that there has been, whoops, there we go. Sorry, I got it in the way. This storm right here tells me that there's been some arguing, conflict. You may have fought about something. Maybe it was a deal breaker, maybe it wasn't, but you've got to work through these issues. So you're going to have to talk about the stuff you don't want to talk about, the elephant in the room. If you do want to get back together, you're going to have to learn to resolve this stuff and approach things differently, communicate better. Also, like the 3 of trees kind of relate to earth and pentacles and stuff. So 3 is foundational, 3 is collaboration. You're going to have to work together. But also, for some of you, and I say only a small, like, maybe there's a few of you somewhere watching this that are going to see this and go, that's third party. There may be a third party. Maybe you separated because your person wanted to go be with someone else. Because, you know, the grass is always greener to some people, right? So, with the grass being greener, they're exploring their options right now, or maybe you're exploring your options. If you're happier that way, then it's time to make sure that you put the nail in the coffin. If it's over, make sure you know and they know it's over. But if it's not, then, you know, will they come back? Possibly. You might reconcile, but I think those of you will know when that's about to happen. That's what I like about these cards. The 3 of Pentacles is on the other side of that, and that's very much similar. But the 3 of Trees, it just tells me, it just tells me a lot about this other picture. And I love the flowers down here because, you know, where it was once, oh, I can't see it, but there seems to be some type of crack in the ground over here. So to me, it kind of seems like it's desert-y. There we go, sorry about that. But it's kind of dry and deserty, but you see these flowers growing. I think for some of you, and definitely it's going to be a rare thing, but for those of you that are meant to come back together and reconcile, reunite, these flowers are the blooms that tell me that it's going to happen. So, bottom line, for some of you, you're going to get a reconciliation. For others, you need to know when to move on, that it's not going to work out. But pay attention. Your best bet is to observe. And like the moon behind me, trust your intuition on what is best for you. No response is a response, remember that. If you don't get what you need in return, move on from it, okay? I wish you guys luck. I hope it works out for those of you who it is mutual with. For the rest of you, I wish you luck in your healing journey. Until next time, guys. Bye.